This is an important story. Okay. So, this is a classic political story, and this is why you have power. You ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Thank you. Gosh, I couldn't just keep coaxing you. Okay. Okay, come on. We need a little bit of energy. Okay. So, here's the classic political story that you can tell other people. In fact, we've got somebody here who's about 9 years old who tried to tell his class. He said most of them didn't get it, but the teacher did. That is okay. So, ready? Once upon a time, there was a fellow who was newly elected to the United States Senate, and he got so puffed up after his election that the first time he got invited to a fancy dinner, he showed up early. He had this notion that everybody was going to come early just to see him. Well, of course, nobody did. So he's sitting in this big, fancy hotel banquet hall, and he's the only one there, except for the waitress. And the waitress is doing her job. And her job at the moment, because this is a fancy dinner, they're not going to share anything, right? Her job is to put out the butter. So she's going systematically around the room, and every time she sees one of those little butter plates, she puts 1 pat of butter. 1 plate gets 1 pat of butter. 1 plate, 1 pat of butter. 1 plate. She goes right on. Finally, she gets to him, and he says, excuse me, I really like butter. Think I could, have another pat of butter? She said, sorry, sir. We treat everyone the same. 1 plate gets 1 pat of butter. She went right on. He looked around the room. There's still hardly anybody in the place, and he's miffed by now. So he got up and he went over to her. He said, excuse me, maybe you don't know who I am. I'm a United States Senator. And she said, maybe you don't know who I am. I'm the one that gives out the butter. Now, the reason I tell you this is because votes are like butter, and you are the ones that give out the butter. You have something that everybody in this building wants. They want your butter. And when you walk in and you say, hi, I'm Dan and I live in your district, little voice says, butter.
And if you say, and I'm here with a group from the district that has about 80 active members concerned about hunger. Butter, butter. And, I've already shaken your hand, and we're part of a much larger coalition, the Washington Anti-Hunger Coalition, with members all across the state, and we probably touch the lives of thousands of people every week. You just caused a cholesterol blockage. You just got a heart attack going. That's what you want. So when you go in and you introduce yourself, you say, if you can, if you're part of a group, mention a number. If you serve people, mention a number. If you know how many people come through your food bank, do you know how many, Joe? How many come?
1,000.
1,000 a week? He's got a walking cholesterol hit. Are you part of a group? Yeah. Yeah? And the group is? The what? Aha, the Tukwila Pantry. And how many people come through there, do you know? Hundreds?
About a week,
500 a week. That's great. That's great. I mean, it's great that you're able to help 500 people. But it's even better because maybe that's 500 packs of butter. That's butter, butter, butter. Now, the one thing you don't want to do, I will give you one little piece of advice. You don't want to say, hi, Senator, I've got your butter. Because you might not have heard your story. You might have been weird.
Okay, so keep in mind, you're going to stay on track. You're going to leave a paper trail. You're going to get together in little groups beforehand. You'll see